Luke Bryan made the decision to release a surprise that caused the country music industry to go into a frenzy in the midst of the holiday rush, which is when festive playlists take over the airways and musicians lean into the sparkle of the season. With a single Instagram teaser that was neatly packaged in a winter-styled aesthetic, Bryan announced an unexpected collaboration with Ella Langley, who is quickly becoming a rising star in the country music industry. A video that started out as a basic video has now become a full-blown celebration throughout the internet, sparking expectation and speculation that is continuing to rise by the hour. One of the winter surprises that nobody saw coming. Luke Bryan is known for his ability to find inventive methods to keep his audience interested. But this time he took advantage of the festive mood by incorporating something that was both subtle and electrifying. In the preview that he shared, he and Ella Langley were shown standing next to each other, surrounded by warm, seasonal sights. These visuals included twinkling lights, soft hues, and an inviting feel that wonderfully portrayed the relaxed atmosphere of the holiday season. Following the conclusion of the video, which was quick but incredibly effective, a clear "coming soon" notice was displayed, which immediately put fans into a detective mindset. Bryan marked Langley. However, he did not provide any explanation, indications, or additional context for these actions. The revelation was made even more shocking by the fact that it was so straightforward, and it led the audience to fill in the spaces with their own passion and imagination. It was the kind of teaser that was intended to cause excitement rather than to provide answers, and it was successful in doing so. Excitement that is both immediate and overwhelming is expressed by the fans. After only a few minutes of the video being broadcast live, the comment section of Luke Bryan's video became a flurry of opinions and responses. A large number of supporters swarmed to the post, collecting replies at a rate that exceeded the feed's capacity to display them. Fans were thrilled by the surprise pairing, which brought together Bryan's star power and Langley's raw, surging energy. They celebrated the surprising pairing. It seemed as though a new period of collaboration had suddenly begun without any prior notice, and there was a sense of discovery over it. A great number of followers were unable to contain their excitement and immediately posted remarks expressing their approbation, eagerness, and gratitude to musicians who were willing to bring new dynamics into the country scene. Not only was the energy high, but it had an electrifying feel to it. A sense of community was sparked among the listeners as a result of the collaborative disclosure, who all of a sudden found themselves unified in their sense of excitement and wonder. The presence of Ella Langley in the comments section only served to ratchet up the enthusiasm even further. Rather than being a straightforward teaser, the post was transformed into an interactive celebration because to her contact with fans, which gave a dynamic layer to the surprise. It evolved into a time in which artists and audience members effortlessly interacted with one another, so establishing a communal space of holiday-themed anticipation. What makes a holiday teaser so effective? Bryan took advantage of the power that holiday visuals possess, which is that they convey their own unique charm. Finally, the atmosphere of the teaser was warm and cheerful, and it was in perfect harmony with the spirit of the end of the year. This resulted in the creation of a warm and inviting atmosphere, which tempered the air of mystery and amplified the allure. A sensation of something new, comfortable, and full of promise was created by the red tones, seasonal decor, and cinematic light that prevailed throughout the experience. This was not merely a declaration of a collaboration, rather it was a holiday gift that was wrapped in aesthetics that provided both solace and excitement at the same time. It was not necessary for the teaser to have a high-energy montage or a lengthy explanation. Simply put, the presentation was so elegant that it spoke for itself. During a performance, two artists stood together with a subject that exuded the warmth of the season, and they informed their audience of everything they needed to know. Something extraordinary was arriving. Even in the absence of more context, the holiday styling gave the impression that the moment was purposeful, grounded, and designed with careful consideration. A rising star in Ella Langley's career adds fuel to the fire of anticipation. Ella Langley has been able to carve out her own niche in the world of country music thanks to her gritty sound, her ability to tell compelling stories, and her capacity to connect with people on an emotional level. Having her there with Luke Bryan immediately increased the number of opportunities that were available for this next production. Fans who were already fans of Langley felt a fresh sense of satisfaction in her developing career trajectory, while fans who were not familiar with her work were fascinated by the coupling. One of the most significant moments in one's career is when they are included in a holiday-themed music video with a superstar like Luke Bryan. This moment not only signifies collaboration, but also mutual artistic respect. Both Bryan's seasoned charm and Langley's raw sincerity were hinted at in this performance, which highlighted Langley's growing influence and hinted at a fusion of two separate styles. In the most pleasant way possible, the pairing came as a complete surprise. In order to provide a sense of equilibrium, freshness, and creative curiosity, the combination of seasoned star power and new talent was utilized on the stage. The teaser reveals, as well as the things that it does not reveal. Despite the fact that the teaser trailer exuded a sense of holiday cheer, it offered almost no hints about the project itself. In addition to the absence of visible breadcrumbs, there were no audio previews or thematic indications. The only piece of information that was provided was that Luke Bryan was standing next to Ella Langley, both immersed in a shared artistic moment and getting set to disclose something very soon. A managed mystery of this nature is quite uncommon. In an era in which musicians frequently promote their releases several months in advance, Bryan chose to take a more subdued and personal approach. By reducing the announcement to a few simple graphics and a phrase, he gave the audience the opportunity to construct the story on their own. In the absence of specifics, there was room for the imagination to flourish. This was a holiday single, right? A video for a song? Will they include a song on one of their next albums? A performance that is seasonal? Will there be a new duet for winter playlists? The fact that there were no solutions made the revelation much more exhilarating. The momentum that is driven by fans is already increasing. Even in the absence of any clarification, the reaction of the audience has turned this teaser into its very own kind of viral moment. Fans are in the process of tagging their friends, exchanging theories, making predictions, and counting down the number of days, or possibly even hours, that remain until the next update. Conversations have been ignited across social media as a result of the cooperation, with new threads appearing on fan pages, country music groups, and discussion forums for the industry. Those who are interested in this combination are looking back at the most recent activities of each artist, searching for indications, clues, or links that would explain how they got to be together. Not a single ounce of momentum is being lost. As it continues to develop, it is constructing its own beat, much like a chorus that begins softly and becomes more powerful with each repeat. A working relationship that is compelling, despite the fact that it was unanticipated. At first glance, the partnership would appear to be unexpected. Nevertheless, with closer inspection, the potential of the two individuals becomes more apparent. Together, the smooth and joyful country sound of Luke Bryan and the bold and soulful edge of Ella Langley have the potential to create a striking contrast. It seems as though the combination is a combination of emotional grit and traditional country kindness. Due to the fact that they provide musicians with the opportunity to experiment with seasonal themes, sincere messages, and cozy moods, holiday duets have always been a fixture in the international music industry. Langley possesses the voice depth to offer emotional weight, while Bryan possesses the personality to lend excitement to the situation. Together, they could produce a song that strikes a balance between celebration and storytelling, which would be the ideal combination for fans who are looking for something new to listen to throughout the Christmas season. Regardless of whether this endeavor is more of a celebratory, romantic, reflective, or joyful nature, the possibilities feel like they are both expansive and fulfilling. This moment is feeling much larger than the announcement itself explains why. Not only is the anticipation around Bryan's teaser about the release of new music, but it is also about the delight of discovering something new. A season that thrives on unexpected gifts is a season that fans appreciate surprises, especially during this season. The timing seems to be just right. Atmosphere is prepared to be used. The crowd is quite concerned. There is a tremendous amount of force that can be derived from artists who opt to convey moments rather than elaborate explanations. Fans are able to have a sense of involvement, connection, and engagement in the plot as it unfolds. Through the use of little more than a shared frame and a holiday filter, Bryan and Langley were able to generate an emotional spark. It is not necessary for a moment to be elaborate in order for it to have an impression. This is the miracle of modern fan culture. All that is required of them is that they are genuine, on time, and brimming with potential. Taking a look ahead, what is the next step? At this juncture, there is only one thing that can be said with absolute certainty: something is impending. Despite the fact that Bryan has made a commitment to work together, Langley's participation in the comments substantiates the fact that whatever is on the horizon will involve both artists personally. Rather than being a disadvantage, the absence of specifics is actually a benefit. It gives rise to speculation, creates an atmosphere of intrigue, and encourages people to return for further updates. The anticipation alone has generated excitement that is beneficial to both artists, elevating the announcement from a single teaser to a much wider discourse that is taking place across the world of country music. Fans are already getting set to appreciate the collaboration, regardless of whether it is released as a surprise single, a music video for the holiday season, or a feature track. A perfect storm of curiosity and support has been produced as a result of the combination of Bryan's superstar status and Langley's expanding influence. This particular moment serves as a reminder of the joy that is brought about when musicians bring people together, not just via music, but also through the excitement that they share with one another. This joy is brought about as the holiday season begins to kick into full stride. An introductory holiday teaser that hints at something truly remarkable to come. It was more than just a matter of taste when Luke Bryan made the decision to reveal the news through a delightful film with a holiday theme. It was a strategic moment that perfectly caught the spirit of the season. A feeling of warmth, joy, and promise pervaded the atmosphere. The visuals contributed to the creation of a warm and inviting atmosphere, alluding to something that was sincere and significant without providing the complete picture. The presence of Ella Langley gave a sense of vitality, youth, and emotional depth to the mix, which resulted in the pair experiencing a sense of power, equilibrium, and possibility. The fans witnessed two musicians who were at different stages of their careers coming together in a moment of collaboration that had the potential to produce something that would be remembered. For the time being, the teaser serves as an invitation. It functions as a soft knock on the door, requesting that fans wait just a little bit longer for the gift that is concealed within. It is quite evident that the community of country music fans is prepared, as evidenced by the reactions that are coming in.